Sheikh, I can't do it no more. I'm ready to throw in the towel. The bent is just so ungrateful. Or dude, he can't get it together. This is what I hear from so many of y'all on a regular basis. And one of the things that we have to realize so that we can get ourselves and our home and family situations together is that sometimes all we really need is a small mind shift. What do I mean when I say this? We have to understand that over the years, we've been programmed to see things a certain way, to understand things a certain way, and that way in which we've been programmed to think is the reason why we can't seem to get ourselves together, get our lives together, get our families together, get our deen together. A small mind shift sometimes, or actually I'll say many times, is what we need to change our reality, to be able to see things in another light so that we're able to look up and say, you know what? This makes so much more sense. This is so clear. How didn't I see this before? And this is what I want to discuss with y'all today. So it's going to take me about 5 or 6 minutes to explain exactly what I mean to you. So if you don't have 5 or 6 minutes to get to understand how to better your situation, then fine, click off, scroll on Instagram or whatever it is you want to scroll on, and waste some time. But if you're looking to really get the answers to what you need, then pay attention to this. Now, the majority of you, from what I've known from our life coaching sessions and marriage coaching sessions, is that when we talk about, bettering our relationships, bettering our marriages, things along these sorts, the biggest problem that people have is they don't feel loved in their relationships, in their households. They don't feel appreciated. They don't feel loved. All of the rest of this. Fine. For those of you who have been working with me all this time, you know that the first thing I ask is, what's love? Because we all know we don't feel loved. But when it comes time for you to actually sit down, if I were to sit down and ask you right now, what is love? Explain it to me. Make it easy for me. Listen. I'm a foreigner. I have no idea what this word means in this language. Explain it to me. The majority of you can't. You can come up with long, drawn-out explanations of how this and what this looks like and draw pictures of butterflies and all of the rest of that. That's all fine and good. But how can you not feel something that you yourself don't really understand what it is? It doesn't make sense. All right? The first thing I want you to do is I need you to understand. Now, I know there's been a big debate, and I know I'm going to find all types of comments and responses in the comment section. Listen, you all know I don't mind that. I'm here. We sit down and we can have a conversation. Y'all can. We can have the conversation in the Discord. We can have the conversation in the Telegram group if you want. I'm with it all. But I need you to understand, as someone listening to this video, that you have to change the way that you see love. You have to understand that love is an action. It's not an emotion. Listen to me. Love is an action. It's not an emotion. All right? In this video today, I'm going to talk to you about 3 things. I'm going to talk to you about what is love. I'm going to talk to you about how do you show love. And I'm going to talk to you about how do you receive love. And once you understand that, once this concept has come to fruition for you as an individual, things will be so much more clear. And you'll realize some of those things that you may have been looking at before wasn't what you thought it was. And that your individual situation is way better than you thought it was. All right? So let's get started. When we talk about the situation of love, we just mentioned that the fact that it's an action, it's not an emotion. It's impossible that it's an emotion. I'm not going to say it's impossible because there are those people that say that it is. And listen, I'm not going to go back and forth with you in this video. We could talk about it all day long, though. But I'm telling you that if love was an emotion, the hustle or the foundation of any emotion is that it comes and it goes. Being sad, being happy, being upset, being frustrated, it comes and goes. Do you really believe that you can build the whole of a relationship on something where it comes and goes like that? Does that make sense? I'm not saying that that emotion doesn't exist. I'm not saying that emotion doesn't exist. I'm not saying that that emotion or that thing that you feel isn't a good thing. But what we need to do is we need to figure out is that emotion that you're feeling, what we base our relationship upon. Something that in itself it's going to leave. Does that really make sense to you? Or is it more along the lines of something to where, it's a commitment that we make to one another? That I say to you, you know what? No matter what, no matter how I feel towards you emotionally, that I got you. I can be upset with you. I can be happy with you. I can be enamored with you. I can be whatever the situation is. I can be tired. I can be tired of you as an individual. And it's normal. Don't look at me and say, well, look, how are you going to be tired of your husband or how are you going to be tired of your... It happens. You get tired of one another. You get fed up with one another and all of the rest of it. It's normal. We're human beings. Right? But regardless of all that, listen, I got your back. I'm here for you. I'm here to do whatever I can do to make your situation better. I might do it. I might got a frown on my face. I might do it. I got an attitude. I might do it. I don't want to hear nothing from you after. But listen, look, I got you. Now, let me ask you a question. When you look at this and you look at that, you look at the way you've been programmed to think, and you look at what I just said to you. Which one seems as though it's more befitting that you build your relationship upon? That emotion or that commitment? That idea that, listen, you can depend on me regardless of how I feel towards you at that moment. Regardless of my emotion at that moment. Listen, I got your back. I'm here to see you succeed. Which one does it seem more feasible that we say, okay, well, listen, this is what we're going to build our relationship upon? This is why I tell you that love is an action. It's that commitment that you have to one another, not the feeling that you have for one another. Because as I said before, it's natural. You're going to get tired of me. I'm going to get tired of you. I mean, look at the majority of our relationship over the years, yours and mine specifically, me and you. If you've been following this channel, there are times when you follow and see what I have to say, and you have discussions with me. Y'all see in the chats. In the lives, y'all are the people I deal with. In the Telegram groups, in the Telegram group, in the Discord channels. Y'all are the people I conversate with. Sometimes we get on each other's nerves and listen, we really don't have a whole lot of right. Other times, listen, half of us, we best of friends. It's normal. And if this is with individuals that you don't see all the time, how much more normal is it going to be with somebody that you're in their face all of the time? Forget that idea that everything is all about, skipping in the meadow with the dew on the grass and all of the rest of that. the birds chirping and singing. Forget that. That's not reality. That's Disney movies. You have to understand that. So to base your relationship on that is ridiculous. Now that we're sitting here having a conversation, now we're thinking about it, I'm sure that you see what I'm saying is correct. For you to base your relationship on how you feel right now, or how you can say, okay, I felt in the last 6 months. Is it working or isn't it working because of how you feel? It doesn't make sense. Especially not when we're talking about an individual who you know that no matter what, they've had your back. Because they probably feel the same way you do. But we'll get into all that. Right now we're talking about the first thing because, I have a habit of getting off track. So we're going to stick with the first part of what we're talking about, which is what is love. So I think it's pretty clear to you by now that love is an action, it's not an emotion. All right. Like I said before, if any of you are just now tuning into the video, listen, yes, the emotion exists and it's real, but that's not what we're going to base our relationship off of. Now, the second part of what I wanted to talk to you about. Well, actually, before we get into the second part, listen, I want you to take a second, pause the video, leave in the comment section, or leave in the one of the discussion sections. What do you think about what I just said about what love is? Let me know. I'd like to hear what some of the rest of you have to say. Now, like I said, the second part, we're going to talk about how do you show love? How is love shown? You have to understand, one of the worst things that happened to the majority of you and us as a community is we've been given ideas from other than us to explain to us our own fundamentals. What do I mean? There's this book out, and I would say it's a pretty good book as a book to read. It sheds a lot of light on a lot of things. But when it comes time to us being able to say, okay, well, listen, I'm going to base what I think and what I'm doing off of this particular thing, it's very harmful. And this is that book, I think it's called The 5 Love Languages. If I'm not mistaken, that's the name. One of you, I think the guy's name that wrote it was Steven something or something along those lines. Inshallah, if you know the exact title and the exact author, inshallah, leave it in the comments for us. I'd appreciate it. That way I can have it when I go back after the video as I'm reading through the comments. Because you all know I referred to that book a lot. So it's something I should have down anyway. But this way we can work together. But my point is that, yes, we all have ways in which we feel love so that we recognize it. Right? And this is good. It's good for us to recognize this about ourselves so that we can let our partners know. Right? But as a matter of fact, what I should do, I should probably leave that to the next section and kind of shift off in another direction with this part. All right? But we'll come back to that, what I was just saying about the book. Because it really it's harming a lot of you. I see it, and inshallah by the end of this video you'll see it. But when we talk about how you show it, you have to understand the way in which you show love is it's a commitment that you have towards one another. A commitment that, listen, we have one another's backs. Just like, when we take it outside of the realm of, how can we put it? Marriage. Matter of fact, look, this is a perfect example. Perfect. It will clear up this, and it will clear up the last part. You are commanded as a Muslim to have love for your brothers and sisters. The ones that have already passed that you've never met. The ones that are here now that you've met, that you're around. The ones that are here now living that you've never met. But they're living now. And the future generations. You're commanded to love these individuals. Now let me ask you a question. Individuals that you don't know, do you have that emotional tie to them like individuals that you know? Do you feel as though it's rational for me to say that you are supposed to love people that live in another country, let alone another time period before or after you, the same way you have for those people that you meet up with every day? Is it possible that what you've been commanded, because you know the commands, are obligatory on you? So this love that you've been commanded to have for the Muslims in general, not just specifically for your spouse, but this love that you're supposed to have in general, and your spouse is from these people, is it about that emotion? Or is it a commitment that you have, listen, I want to work to do my best to make sure that your situation is best possible. Those people who have died, listen, we make dua for those people. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive those individuals and accept from them their good and forgive them for their shortcomings. We, those things that they did good and things along these sorts, we remember them and get other people to remember them. To follow their good examples so that, inshallah, that their good deeds are just continuously being added on to. Those people in the future, we try to leave them a better future. We try to do the best we can do to make the world a better place so that they can live a better life, so that they can build off of it, so they're not having to recreate the wheel when it comes their time to run the world. It's that commitment that we have to one another. This is that love that we've been commanded to have. It's a commitment. You show your love in being committed to individuals regardless of how you feel, that emotion that you feel, that emotional tie, whether it's there or it's not, whether it's good or it's bad. Your spouse is from those people. You may feel something bad towards them in your heart, but listen, look, if they need to know, look, I got you. I might not want to sit around you right now. I might not want to have a whole lot of conversation with you right now, but if there's anybody you can depend on, it's me. This is how you show love. That you might not want to talk, but you see an individual, they need some help, they need this. Listen, I got you. Holler at me, let me know what's up. How can I bring value to your life? Regardless of whether or not I want to sit around you right now or not. How can I bring value to your life? This is how we do with our friends. And this is how you should do with your spouse. Do you understand? It's more befitting that you do this with your spouse. And so now that we've discussed what is love, and we discussed how you show it, right? How does this look in your life? And again, I'd like to know what y'all think about what I'm saying about this part. So for those of you who may be watching this live, then, leave a message in the comments. For those of you who watching it later on, let me know. Is what I'm saying resonating with you? Are you really understanding what I'm saying? Because like I said, this is a mind shift that's got to happen. Because we've been programmed to see things in a way in which is only going to lead to us continuing to be unhappy. To continuing to feel unfulfilled. To continuing to feel as though, we're not appreciated. And that's not the situation. And we'll find out why when we get to point 3. But I want to know what you think about what I'm saying about how you actually show love. It's not anybody can tell you, oh, I love you. Oh, I appreciate you. But then they constantly letting you down. They constantly not showing up for you. But they're constantly, oh, I love you. Oh, I love you so much. Oh, I appreciate you so much. But you'll sit there and let me fall. You'll let me fail. You'll let me starve. But you love me and you appreciate me and this, that, and other. Is this possible? Do you understand? This is why understanding what love is and how to show it is so important. All right? And, you find this when we talk about actually bringing what the theory that I'm talking to you about now into our home lives. You want to show love to your spouse. Make sure you put them in a situation to where, listen, where their shortcomings, you realizing where their shortcomings come, and you try to solve that problem for them. They may not be the most healthy individual. You may know a little bit about nutrition, or you realize that, listen, they're really busy trying to do what they got to do and this, that, and other. So you keep healthy snacks in the house. This is your showing love for them. This is that commitment that you have for them. You know that, okay, they're a very busy person and this, that, and the other. They're dealing with this and they're stressed. And a cup of tea, a cup of coffee is something that allows them to relax. So to bring them a cup of coffee or a cup of tea every once in a while. This is that commitment. Listen, I want you to feel relaxed. I want you to feel happy. It's about the commitment. This is how you show love. By showing your commitment to their success and their happiness. Do you understand? This is how you do it. Forget what they're doing. We'll talk about how to receive love in a minute. But we're talking about how it's shown. It's shown through commitment. It's shown through action. And forget about what people are telling you. Forget it. Forget what people are telling. Okay, I love you. I appreciate you. I adore you. This, that, and that. All right, well, I don't see any of that. Diet. This is something that I should be showing you. Not just telling you. And if I'm telling you, my actions should go along with my statements. They should not contradict. If they contradict, then my actions is what matters. I need to know that when it comes to how I interact with you. Diet. Now we want to get into that third point that we said we were going to talk about. We talked about what is love. We talked about how to show it. Now how to receive it. This is where the majority of you run into your problems. When we talk about how to receive love. Now, let me put it like this. We're going to go back to that book we were talking about, the 5 love languages. And if you haven't put the name of the author in there as of yet, inshallah, somebody type it in the chat for me. But that book was beneficial in a way it allows us to learn something about ourselves, but it's very destructive when it comes to our relationship. How? Because when I understand what my love language is or love languages are, I can express this to my spouse so that they can take this into consideration and, when they want to do something special, they can do it in a way that I'm going to actually recognize it, where it's automatically going to be recognized. Do you understand? If what I like is you spending time with me, then when you want to do something really nice and you just trying to think, what could I do nice for Abdul-Lateef? I'm going to spend some time with him. If what I like is gifts, then you say, okay, well, listen, what does he likes? Let me get Abdul-Lateef a gift. This is excellent because it allows me to look into me and who I am, to express it to you, and then you can, when you want to do something extra, you can do it in a way that I'm actually going to understand it, know it, and receive it. Do you understand? So it's good from that aspect. But when we look at our relationships through those lenses only, it makes us a self-involved individual. Because I'm gonna look at it from the other aspect. Now I see what I like. I see what me, Abdul-Lateef, and I'm talking about me right now, me and you, if we were in a relationship. You understand my point? For anybody tries to take it elsewhere. But I need you to be able to see this in real life. Now I know what I want. I know what I like. I've told you what I like. Is it really fair for me to think that now that you know what I like, that who you are is going to change? Because of the fact that I like to receive love a certain way, does that mean that now you're going to be a type of person that you're always going to show your love that way? That you're going to forget about who you are and how you were raised and your own preferences? No, that's not fair. And it's not fair that we've been programmed to think that, listen, this is reality. Pay attention to what I'm telling you, because this is where the majority of you are going wrong. You have to understand, or I have to understand, that you have a way in which you show love. You're getting me up every day to go to work. You know I'm dead tired, letting me sleep that extra couple of minutes and making me a cup of coffee. You say, okay, well, listen, I'm going to get up and make him a cup of coffee before he has to go out and go to work. That way he can at least get his day started. You know, this may be the way that you show love. That you appreciate everything that I'm doing. Do you understand what I'm saying? For me to say, okay, well, I don't see that as something big. So, all right, this is just something you do. Listen, you get up, you make coffee, you drink some coffee, I drink some coffee. Listen, but I need to recognize that you don't need to be doing this for me. You're doing this for me. You know, you get up early to get yourself situated because you know I'm about to get up. And you have to get up and go to work, and you get up, you know, put your face on, you know, do your hair and all the rest of that stuff so that I can have something nice to see before I leave. I don't see you getting up and being all disheveled, just getting out of bed every day. I don't have to see that before I go to work every day. I can see you looking the way that I like to see you look before I go out and have to battle the world. This may be the way that you show that you love me. But because of the fact that it's not my love language, is it really feasible that I say, okay, well, listen, I'm not going to recognize any of that because it's not what I want. It's not the love language that I have. So it doesn't really count. No. I need to realize that, listen, you're making effort for me. So I need to understand that, listen, I can't not feel love because you're not, what did I mention, spending time with me. Because you're doing all of these other things because I know that you're doing these things because you love me. So yes, the way that I want to be loved is one way, but I have to realize that I need to understand that I need to receive love from you the way that you give it. You get up every day and you go to work to make sure that I have a roof over my head and food on my table and clothes on my back. This is love. You might not spend time with me. You might be one of those guys that decide and I'm talking as a woman right now. And no, I don't identify as a woman, but for any of you all come at that as y'all be coming with some really crazy stuff sometimes. You do, really, y'all do. But I'm saying if I'm a woman and I'm looking at it and I'm saying, okay, well, listen, he goes to work and then he goes out and he talks with his friends and this, that. He goes out and he busts his butt every day to make sure that our bills are paid. Make sure we have food on our table. Make sure that, whatever, I got clothes on my back. And then he goes out, he may go out for one day or one afternoon with his friends. And then he even comes home, he sits on his PlayStation. For those of you who know me personally, listen, I love my PlayStation. I love my Xbox. Now, no, I don't spend all my time on it. But I don't see anything wrong with it. But my point is that you have some people, they come in and they go straight in and that's what they do. They play their games. They may play their game for a couple hours. And you have some women that'll say, okay, well, listen, he's out all day and he's this, that, and the other, and he comes home, he jumps on his game. My love language is spending time. He's not spending time with me. Is that fair? Is that really fair? Now, listen, the conversation should be had. Don't get me wrong. How you feel should not be ignored. But you have to realize that the way he may be looking at showing love is, listen, I'm out there all day, breaking my back to make sure that you're all right. This is how I relax. So what would be good was for you to be able to allow him to relax some of the time and him spend some of that time with you. Some compromise. But you can't feel unloved because of the fact that he's not spending time. And vice versa. And vice versa. If the shoe was on the other foot, she may need some time to be able to unwind. You can't say, well, listen, my love language as a man, I can't say, listen. No, I'm not jumping back and forth, I hear that. But as a man, I can't say, okay, well, listen, my wife, she's out doing what she's got to do and out handling business all day and this, that, and the other. She's making sure that me and the kids are all right and this. And I'm not getting the time that I want from her. I can't say, okay, well, listen, she's doing this. Yes, she's doing this to help herself, but she's also doing this. I'm included in this. She's doing this for all of us to show her love for all of us. She's not doing this to say, okay, well, listen, I'm out here working. My money's my money. Your money is our money. And no, listen, she's doing this because she's trying to contribute to make things easier on me. So can I say, okay, well, listen, because we don't have that quality time that I need to feel loved. We don't have that quality. No. Because I have to realize, yes, what I want is one thing, but the way in which it's being shown is another. I have to be able to be open to receive it the way it comes. Now, when she wants to do something special for me, she says, you know what? Listen, we're going to spend a day together. Now, I'm going to feel like, yo, listen, she's taking time out for me. She's doing what I want to do. It's going to be even more special. But I can't say that she doesn't love me and I don't feel loved because of the fact that I'm not getting it the way that I want it. So this is where, and I'm not going to go overboard. We can always continue this conversation in another video. We can continue on the Telegram. We can continue on the Discord. And you all know that we do a lot through the Patreon. We can do it wherever y'all want to do it. We continue to continue the conversation or just leave the messages in the comment section. But it's important so that we stop ruining our lives and our relationships and our families because of this word love that most of us don't understand. So today we've talked about what is love. We talked about how do we show love. And we also talked about something that's just as important is how do we receive love. From another individual who's the way that they show love might not fit that our love languages and all of the rest of that. Taya? So, I know there are a lot of you that agree with what I'm saying. I know there are a lot of you that disagree. And I'm not looking for all of you to agree with me. You know, actually, what I'm looking for is for those of you who do disagree, explain to me why you disagree. You might have a compelling argument. You know, I'm not looking to say, okay, well, listen, I'm right and all the rest of you are wrong. But if you believe I'm wrong, don't just say, okay, you're wrong. Explain to me why I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, you all know that I'm the first one to admit, listen, I'm backtracking on what I said about that. All right? So, inshallah ta'ala, I hope that you all got some benefit out of what it is that I'm saying or what I've said in this video. I know I ran a little over what I told y'all I was going to do, but inshallah ta'ala, let me know what you think. And understand that now we have a better understanding of how we should be seeing love. How, the second point was how to show our love and how to receive the love from another individual and recognize it. Now what you need to do is you need to sit down once you turn this video off and really think about, listen, is my situation as bad as I thought it was? Is my partner trying? Or are they really just saying forget me? Are they still putting in that effort and showing that commitment and making that action to show that they love me, regardless of how it is that I'm interpreting that love? Stop ruining your family. Stop ruining your households. Because there's a lot more at risk here than just you and your feelings. It's your household and everybody in it. Right? So that's what I have to say about this up until now. You all know I have a lot more to say about it, but our time is limited. If y'all are looking to have a actual one-on-one discussion about that, then click the link in the description, and inshallah ta'ala, we can set up a one-on-one call and talk about this. Other than that, leave your comments in the comment section. Inshallah, we'll continue the discussion there. Tayyib, don't forget to tap into the Patreon, and definitely don't forget to like and share this video. Y'all gotta stop gatekeeping. I say that all the time to y'all. Y'all gotta stop gatekeeping. Y'all gotta stop realizing, listen, this is some beneficial information, and keep it to yourself. Share it with other individuals, because not only you do know who from your crowd, your circle, needs this information, but you don't know everybody. There's a lot of things that's going on in a lot of people's households that you don't know about. You may not be privy to. Share this with them as well. They may get some information, something that may actually save a household, may save a family. So make sure you share this, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Inshallah ta'ala, I'll see y'all in the next video. And don't forget, if you need to make that one-on-one call, let me know. The link to the Patreon, for those of you who haven't tapped in for some reason or another, the link is in the description. The link to the one-on-one call is in the description. The link to the Telegram group, the Discord, all of that stuff is in the description. So open up the description and you'll find everything you need. And inshallah, I'll see y'all in the next video. Y'all know I love y'all, appreciate y'all, and see y'all in the next one. Barakallahu feek. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.